Howdy y'all, this is Twitchonium here. Today I'm coming at y'all with the very first March of the Machine draft. It's brand new on Arena here. Might do some sealed as well for this format while it's around, but wanted to start off with a draft. Do want to call out that this is the premier draft, not the quick drafts that I normally do. So this is going to be with other players, so we will be time limited and can't just take our time to explain everything. So I'll go over the cards that I recognize that look powerful, but overall we're not going to be able to go over everything in each of these packs. So we can learn together, see how the format plays. But let's go ahead and pop on in here and see how it goes. Before we start opening packs, I should note that each of these packs is going to have one battle card in it, like this. And it's also going to have one of these Universes Beyond legendary creatures from old sets, so you can get some interesting stuff there. Speaking of the battle, though, Invasion of Tarkir, if I remember correctly, is one of the most busted ones. Let's see. Well, we definitely want to draft some dragons, but I mean, a 4/4 flying trampler who just deals 2 damage to anything anytime you attack. If you can flip that, that just seems really good. Merciless Repurposing seems like expensive removal, but still solid, especially since you get a 3/3 out of it as well, eventually. What else? What else? I mean, Dina's fine. She's, does her thing. The Oracle's a nice little blue card, because you kind of get a 2-card draw, discard effects in one on your 2-drop. Deadly Derision is great black removal, probably the best black uncommon, or common rather. Breeding Champion in blue, same kind of thing, best blue common, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just take the Invasion of Tarkir here. Maybe we can be like a red-green in battle deck. Right, now we've got Breach the Multiverse, another very strong rare here. Can mill everybody for 10 and then put the best thing from each graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Pretty expensive, but can be pretty powerful too. Removal spell here, again, another black one. I do like the Harried Artisan to go along with the invasion. It might not be as strong as some of the removal here, but I'm going to hover that for now while we keep looking through the pack. We also have Invasion of Muraganda here. Put a +1 counter on a creature and fight something. Seems good. Then a 4/4 that puts +2/+2 on something else. I think I like the hasty guy here better. Otherwise, that's really all that stands out to me. Just mostly the uncommons in the battle here. All really solid plays. Yep, I think I'm going to go with the Artisan over the Breach. It's so expensive. And while it's super powerful, I'm not sure how quickly the format's going to play, so I think I'd rather hedge towards the cheaper card side here, even though that is really strong. Well, now we've got all the options in the world for the red-green deck. I'm probably going to take the Geoderm just because it's really good at attacking battles with being, trample haste, and it gets pumped up when you swing at them. There is also Furnace Gremlin, although I think this is more for the sack deck, yeah. But I mean, when it dies, you get to turn it into a potentially pretty big little creature. So I mean, it's a very solid 2-drop, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take, even though it is 2 colors, I'm going to take the red-green deck because everything we've taken so far wants to be in that strategy instead of just the other red strats. And once again, we have some excellent options here. Another Furnace Gremlin would totally take that as a 2-drop. What does this guy do? Seems fine, just a 4-mana 4/4 that you can turn into an even better creature later. Storm the Seed Core seems like it could be a great way to finish off a match, though. There's also Hanger Scrounger, a nice little backup creature that can help us filter through our deck a little bit. Javelineer seems fine filler. Overgrown Pest, what does this guy do? A 3-drop that lets us get a land or a battle. I like that, but I think I'd rather have just a 2-drop for the deck for now. Storm the Seed Core is great, but I think we'd rather just have a solid 2-drop to start off with here. And now... Alright, so this is for it's just like the Act of Treason effect for this set, I'm assuming, so for the black-red sack deck. Deluge, conditional board wipe. Can hose some decks, I'm sure, but Vanquish the Weak, always a strong removal spell. Mirror and Bone Splitter, what does this one do? Okay, so it's kind of like a combat trick that'll stick around afterwards and that we can still get extra value out of. That I like that. Atraxos Fall, destroy artifact, battle, enchantment, or creature with flying. Okay, that seems pretty flexible too. Like it's going to have a fair amount of targets, I would guess. This seems slow. For like, I would rather have my ramp earlier than 4. So yeah, I'm going to take a Bone Splitter, or Bane Splitter. And now, either a solid 2-drop or the hasty top-end creature that we can cycle early for a land if we need to. I like this. The 2-drop might be the correct play, though. A 3/1 attacks into invasions pretty well. Flying 2-drop that can transform into an even better one. That seems like a really strong for the blue-green transform decks. Huntmaster looked pretty great for the sack decks. Cut Short, okay conditional removal in white. Board Pump for white, but I'm gonna take the hasty guy here just because we're not even sure we're gonna play green yet. We'd love to play green, but just stick with red and see what else is open. Clearly, we can at least get that be in that lane. Although it does look like green is going to be pretty open here, which is great for us. There's a number of good options. Bonded Herdbeast, just a solid 5-drop that can turn into a big threat later on. Chomping Kavu, a great backup creature that's hard to block. Would we rather have a 5-drop? We don't have anything at 5 now. Or another 4-drop. I'm going to take the first Herdbeast here. Oh, wow. Well, now I kind of wish we would have taken the other one, but we have tons of options here. Not a huge fan of this for our deck. I would totally take one of these pests, though. This is the kind of, like, pseudo-ramp / tutoriness that I like. Can let us go get our Tarkir. But Storm the Seacore is also very tempting. The fact that it's not instant speed, I think, I'm going to go ahead and just take the creature here, but all 3 of these I'd love to snag for this deck here. Alright, not a lot of great options in this pack. Looks like blue is probably pretty open. Black has seemed relatively open as well. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just take the Javelinier just to cut red off. Not send any signals through, even though the white-green duel might actually be relevant if we open up something we want to splash. But I mean, I'm fine to play everything we've drafted so far, honestly. There's not a single card that doesn't feel playable. Might have just jinxed myself. Let's see. We've got, I mean, it might not be bad just to get a 1-drop, especially if we're going to want to be attacking stuff early, like get this guy down on turn 1, play the invasion on turn 2, start smacking it. Seed of Hope, like if we really have something we want to like try and find, I guess we could run that, but it seems pretty weak. 3 mana, 3/3 with reach. That gets indestructible if it attacked a battle. Oh, I think I actually would have liked that better, but I'm fine with our 1-drop pick there. Valduk. 3/2 for 3 that maybe sometimes makes an extra one when we have our Bane Splitters around. Actually, I think I will just take Valduk. We already have 1 Bane Splitter, and if we can get a second one, then even just with 2, he's pretty solid, I would say. I mean, worst case, he's still just a fine on-curve creature. Pick up an Archivist. Hopefully we don't have to run that. Atraxos Fall. I totally would main deck a copy of that as removal, though. Alright, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot here for this archetype. We definitely need to pick up a couple more battles, but other than that, it's looking decent. Zergo and Ojutai, a little far away from what we're trying to do here, but seems like a pretty cool card. Finn, maybe not a bad little Universes Beyond Legend dude here or whatever. He's a great little 2-drop. I mean, just a 2-drop that with Death Touch is always a playable card. This invasion, a little harder to cast. Might not be terrible for us if we could, but there's also the Slasher, which does attack the battles pretty well, but we don't have but the 1 battle anyways. I think I'm just going to snag the solid 2-drop here and hope we wheel one of the cards down below there. I guess I could have taken a little extra time to look at that pack. So what do we still need? Actually, this is a permanent, so I'm still going to count it as a 2-drop. We would love to draft any dragons we see. I need to make sure I keep that in mind because the dragon synergy for the invasion is pretty important if we can hit it there. Removal's another thing we definitely need, and Stoke the Flames is one of the best ones for red. You can convoke it out for cheaper. It's any target. What does this guy do? This seems decent, but can't pass up Stoke the Flames here. It's just exactly what we want. Yeah, not a great pack for us, unfortunately, other than that. We're not going to be able to wheel much of anything, I don't think. Alright, and now we've got Cosmic Hunger, which is probably green's best removal spell. We do also have another one of these Harried Artisans, which I'm pretty big fan of. Just a hasty red creature that you can flip over into another hasty flyer. I do like the Rouse Reinforcements, just as essentially a 2-mana creature, since it makes 2 1/1s. Quende would be great, but not for us. We've seen a lot of these repurposings. Gift of Completion in the Phyrexian decks is pretty solid. This guy in the Knights deck. So yeah, it's definitely between Hunger and this guy. Let's see. Probably just take the Hunger either way here. Yeah, this is our removal right now. I guess this is kind of removal. Well, we've got Rada here, an on-color legend. Anything else we'd want? Wary Thespian's probably something we're going to want a copy of. But I think Searing Barb just probably needs to be our pick as well. I don't really think we need the creature, although a 4-drop would be nice. Maybe we can wheel Rada, though. If nobody else is in red-green, that'd be a decent wheel. But I like the removal spell that also leaves a body behind. Just seems like what we're going to want. Ooh, and another Geoderm for a 4-drop. That's the kind of 4-drop I like to see. We still really need to heavily try and pick up any battles we can. It seems like somebody else is trying to snag battles pretty highly. But I mean, even if we don't, I mean, Geoderm's still a 3/3 with Trample and Haste, you know? That can also get +1/+1 till the end of turn, even if it's not putting counters on things. Still a solid creature. We might want to pick up some other top-end plays, it looks like, though, too. Well, there's Zada. We don't have a ton of stuff that targets just one of our creatures, though. Dreadship makes 2 bodies, but it's a little slow. I'm going to hover Riles for now. Maybe I should just take the Rugged Highlands, though, to make sure our colors are easier. I don't think we really need it, though. Yeah, it has to be an instant or sorcery, so our Bane Splitter wouldn't even count. Target Cosmic Hunger would. But yeah, we don't have a lot that would work with Zada, unfortunately. What does this guy do? Flash 4/2 for 3. Alright, alrighty, that seems pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, 3-drop that draws me a card some of the time that's already just a solid kind of tricky creature. I'm okay with that. Seems decent. I would love one of these War Historians too, but I think the Moloch here is pretty solid. If we had taken Zada, then coming in hot would be pretty nice, but we'll take the one that works with our deck a little better here. +3/+3 Ward 2. Not a huge fan of auras like that. +1 Menace and makes treasures. That seems like it could be playable. It might be something we cut, but I'll take it here. Wow, and we ended up wheeling the Slasher, so that's a really good sign that I mean, at least that red's obviously open, but maybe we will be able to snag some battles in this last pack to round the deck out. And another Rouse Reinforcements. I'm pretty happy with that too. Definitely more for the Convoke decks, the blue-red decks, but I mean, if we get 2 creatures out, it makes, you know, attacking through a little easier. And we wheeled the Rada. Yeah, our Our colors are just wide open here. And another Bane Splitter. Valduke with 3 equipment seeming pretty strong. Pretty strong. Alright, so we just need some battles here. Battles and removal, and we'll just be golden. Maybe a couple more top-end plays. Can't take this this battle, sadly. Probably need to take either the Shatter the Source or the Cosmic Conqueror here. Just another good removal spell. Yeah, this can hit battles too, so I like the Hunger better than the Source here. It's instant speed still as well, and much cheaper. Anything we would want to cut. I do kind of like this guy, although if we're not playing the battles, I'm probably going to cut the 1-drop guy here. Or if we only have the 1 battle, I should say. It looks like the battle's what's gone out of this pack. Judith, pretty nice, but not for us. Kami of Whispered Hopes. Not bad, but I think it's just... It's not... We don't have enough +1 counter synergies to really take advantage of it. Do I want another Beat Stick or another Bane Splitter is the question, though. I think I like the second Beat Stick. We already have 2 of the other one, and we're probably not going to play 4 anyways. Another one here. Realm Breaker, huh? Okay. Not for us, but do we need any more 2-drops? Yeah, we could still use some more 2-drops. Maybe we take another Furnace Gremlin. I wouldn't mind another Host Charger, though, honestly. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to take that just because we need the top-end plays, and it's flexible in that it can be our, 2-drop if we need to as well, kind of, just finding us another land. Wouldn't mind a Blade Master as a 2-drop as well. That's a pretty solid one, but we're pretty likely to wheel at least one, if not all of these cards out of this pack anyways. And it looks like we're not going to get there on the battles. Just gotten really unlucky on seeing the right colors for them. But we'll go ahead and take another Searing Barb here. Another nice removal spell. And we can always cut some of the battle-related stuff here. We just have a very, synergistic... Not even synergistic, just, high-value red-green deck. Like, lots of cool interactions. Rada will just pump stuff up, make them big. Fair amount of uncommons. Good chunk of removal. Well, 4 options here. Of course, once again, the battle is not in our color. Inga here. This is one of the best white spells. It's a good removal for white. It's a body that can remove something that can also play and cycle away into a land if you need it. It's just super flexible. Really like that card. Deadly Derision, also, like I said earlier, great common in black. I think I like Ren's Resolve the best here. I mean, I'm probably not going to play it, but it's a fine card draw spell. Oh, Storm the Seed Core finally. Do we kick it? I don't like that guy. We're already not attacking battles, but I mean, still a 4/3 Menace is a reasonable creature. But I think our deck might need something like Storm the Seed Core to finish games off with, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure we pick one up here. 3-drop Convoke. Rayav. And none of these are seeming exciting. I hope we can wheel one more 2-drop. Then I'd feel pretty solid about where we're at. I mean, we're still technically fine. Just one of them's not really a creature. This isn't going to be as good as I was hoping. This seems medium. Definitely don't need that, though. I guess we'll take one of these 3-drops, and I think I like this one better, even though we're not taking advantage of the battle stuff. All right, now Red Cap I might actually run a copy of. Got another weapon if we want it. Got a bunch of these Bane Splitters now. Didn't get back any of the 2-drops in this one. That's alright. Like I said, we still have enough permanents at 2 and less that we can play. It's just creatures. And actually, I take that back, because we have 2 copies of the Rouse reinforcements that both make 2 creatures each, so I think we'll still be fine on the body count. 17 plus those Rawls, plus any incubate stuff we get. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. At least on that side of things. See what we end up cutting here, though. Alright, anything here we really want to consider? Not really. Okay. Let's take a peek here. Definitely going to be cutting down on some of these, but because we do have the Valduk, I am incentivized to keep them around a little more than I normally would. 2 times Cosmic Hunger is definitely staying. Ren's Resolve is a maybe. Atraxos Fall is definitely a maybe. Really, I want all the rest of these. That's 2, 4, 5 really solid removal spells. So I definitely think we need to cut down on these. Might even be supposed to cut down to like 1 of each, maybe even not even worry about Valduk. Let's go ahead and cut these 2. We didn't get there in the battles, so I don't think we need the 1-drop. Especially since we have a couple of equipment 1-drops we can use. Let's see, 4 more cuts. I guess we aren't really that high of a... Like, our curve is pretty low. Average 3.3. I could see cutting a land. We do have a way to find a land in Pest. Yeah, we can't cut any of our 2s. I guess this 4-drops is where we really need to make some cuts. Heal Slasher's a maybe. Rada just seems nice. Although it's only ever going to be +2/+2. So maybe not. Maybe the permanent +1 counter is better with First Strike. 3/4 that gives something else +2 attack and trample. I guess that's a maybe. If he had haste, that would be much better. This one's definitely a maybe as well. I feel like we can't cut any of our big stuff. We just don't have enough of it that we need to keep it all. Like, I'm already a little worried about cutting these 4-drops. Ah, man, Valduk really wants me to keep these. Like, maybe I'm supposed to cut these Searing Barbs that are sorcery speed interaction. And then only 1 of these creatures. And be creature heavy. Keep Rada because she buffs something. Keep the 4/3 because it's bigger and has menace. And then cut the Bruiser maybe. What's that look like together curve-wise? Because we want to be playing the reinforcements as 2-drops. Yeah, this seems alright. I'm not sure how these, like, how to value the equipments quite yet. Especially since Valduk's, like, not really part of the set. Like, you know, he's not the focus, but we'll see. I did have some fond memories of Valduk from the Dominaria days, so hopefully he'll carry us through here as well. But we're going to go ahead and keep Invasion as the deck art there, because hopefully we can make ourselves a 4/4 flying trampling dragon that just spits out damage every time it attacks. And with that, I'll see y'all in the first round. Welcome to game number 1, y'all. We are on the draw with a pretty solid starting hand, it looks like. I mean, we have a 2, 3, 4, 5. We can play all of them. We even have the right colors, so definitely going to be keeping this. And I still think I'm going to get Fen out first, just have that Death Toucher down. Make sure we get both our green down first for the Moloch here next turn. We can even hold it up. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to hold it up on their turn just to see if they play a blue or a black with their white here. Or not. Yeah, we'll just get our 4-2 down. Let's go ahead and attack first. I guess we'll just play Rada. No reason not to. Just start trying to swing in for as much as we can. We'll get a 5-4 out next. And the opponent's over it already. I mean, we had a very solid curve out there. Just big, honking, green-red creatures doing what Gruul likes to do. Awesome start. I'll see y'all in round 2. Welcome to game number 2. We are on the play this time, and I'm not sure about this hand. I mean, we're pretty far off from our 3-drop. The only 2-drop we have is the battle with nothing to attack it. Yeah, I think we have to mulligan this, sadly. Yeah, this feels better. We've got a Valduk and an equipment, Rouse Reinforcements for what's it called, for our 2-drop, and we'll go ahead and toss back the Forest here because we got a full mono red hand going. Yeah, no reason to play that out yet. It'll auto attach instead of us having to pay 3 for it. So we'll get our 2 tokens down here and hope we hit a land for Valduk. Oh, this still hits for 2. Wow, this is even better than I was reading it as. So it's still going to kill this thing. And we can get both of our guys attacking in on it. Excellent. Maybe next turn we can even get that through. Oh, I hope that's the case. Get that attached here, and now we've got ourselves a nice busted mythic dragon on the battlefield. And we've missed our lands twice now. Of course, I'm very confident they'll have removal for it here. Then they haven't removed anything yet, but still, we got to do the thing. That's pretty cool. And we can still move this around. I guess we just swing here first. Get Valduk down. Next turn we'll move the thing over and just start swinging. That's pretty good. So I think as a result we will go ahead and tap our dude that they so ungraciously removed, and we'll keep on swinging in. No hurry to move the thing over onto Valduk. Oh, that's a good card. Oh, that's not the one I thought it was. I thought this came with another body. Okay. Well, so we can still use our dragon effectively here and just keep on cracking in. Maybe next turn we finally move Valduk over and start using the tokens to attack. Or if we draw another land, we can just back up there. Wow, that was an impressive showing from our deck. Our opponent did start flooding out pretty badly there, but we scraped by on 2 lands for a good long while there. So I'm pretty happy with how that played out. See y'all in the next round. Welcome to round 3. We are on the play again with another pretty great looking starting hand here. Another 2-drop into the 3-drop we can cast, into the 4-drop with a little combat tricky equipment. Yeah, definitely happy with that one. Actually, I'm going to get the mountain down first, just because... No. So that we don't hold priority up and let them know we might have this, I'm going to go ahead and just play the plains first, or forest first. Go ahead and rouse reinforcements. Alrighty, we can go ahead and discard a land, not a big deal. We'll go ahead and swing with both of our dudes. And we'll flash out a Moloch and hopefully eat their 1/1. Don't get to eat the 1/1, but I think we still flash it out. And we'll go ahead and get our hasty trampler in. Now they've got a double block. Yep. Happy to trade 2 for 1 there. That's not a problem. I guess it's more like 2 for 2 because they got the discard value, but since it was just a land, it doesn't feel so bad. No creatures or battles, so that didn't work out great for them. They can do that at instant speed, so that is something for us to consider, but we can kill it with our Cosmic Hunger here. Go ahead and do it before they can even declare blocks. Or I guess they did it in a bad order there anyways. Just going to go ahead and get as much damage. They already know about this, so there's no reason to hold it like a combat trick. We may as well just use it for its full equipment value now. Awesome, and the strong curve-out start once again in red-green just can take over the game. Sweet. I'll see you all in the next round. Welcome to round 4. We are on the play again here with what would otherwise be a super strong hand. If we just had a 2-drop in here, I would totally keep this. I might still keep this, honestly. That's a little risky. But man, does it get strong from turn 3 on. Yeah, I'm still going to keep it, I think. Just treat it as if we're on the draw instead of on the play, maybe. Kind of go at it with that mentality, because a Moloch into these just seems really strong. 2 hasty bodies that buff up our other creatures. Alright, didn't hit the 2-drop, but Pest is a nice way to keep on making sure we can hit some more stuff. Alright, opponent's starting off with an invasion, so not punished too badly for not having our hitting our 2-drops, and we'll definitely just play the Geoderm at or not Geoderm, the Moloch at instant speed. And that's a blue creature, so we're going to get the value out of it too. And I definitely think we'll take the invasion that is also a removal spell. Go ahead and get our thing down. We can almost flip it immediately, which is pretty excellent. And it removes their flyer. Don't have a follow-up 2-drop play, unfortunately, but I mean, that's a pretty solid turn there, I feel like. Next turn, we've got a hasty trampling dude that gets a counter when it attacks the invasion. Yeah, if they want to use their whole turn to remove our thing, even better. We can still use that to convoke, which is excellent. Alright, they're mountain cycling, that's good to see. Although it means they've probably got something pretty nice they're trying to ramp into there. But now we're going to have 2 4/4s, and one of which, if they can't remove, just starts eating their creatures. See what this 5-drop they're working towards is, or though maybe it's more expensive. Okay. Looks like they got something. Well, maybe not. Yeah, we're going to be able to eat one of these guys. So I think we play this first. And swing with all 3. This will kill this. This will buff this. This will also buff this, just to make sure. Nasty. Ton of damage there. And we've got more or less 2 ways to finish the game right now. Yep, they can flip their thing, but I think it's going to be a little too late, because we can do 6 damage with just our Thundermaw, and then 4 more with this. So yeah, we swing first, deal 2 damage to their face, buff this, buff this. Alright. they can't get rid of the Thundermaw. It's still GG. And we'll just pay for it the hard way. Once again, the powerful plays, even if they're a little slower there, still did the trick. Awesome. See y'all in the next round. Welcome to the next round, y'all. We are on the play this time with on the draw rather, with not as great of a hand. I think I'm still going to keep it because we do still have the 3-drop into 4-drop into working towards this guy, but not sure if this is the right call this time. A little less confident than the last few. At least this one is hasty, and we can flip him potentially as well. Alright, well, at least it's something we can play on turn 2, even if it's not the best play. Apologies for any background noise here. I've got a cat trying to be very distracting. And we end up hitting our forest, though, so that's pretty sweet. Yeah, they can't flip their thing right now, so I think I will go ahead and get the attack in. We'll eat 3 next turn, but if they want to spend their whole turn doing that and attacking with it, I'm fine with that. Next turn we can buff our guy up, or we can play a bigger menace creature, or we can get in a hasty trampler. I mean, we got lots of options now. Okay, okay. Do I just pay to flip this guy? I could put this on it for 2, but then I'm not playing anything else. I think I attack first and just hope that they trade off with this guy. Alright. And then I think we just play the first striker, backing up himself. It just blocks that Death Toucher really well. That way they can't actually get any attacks in, and even if they flip it, we still block the Death Toucher on the other side well, too. This is a really solid card, though, don't get me wrong. Just cheap Death Touch creatures always fill their role pretty well. Okay, now I think we do activate the Artisan here and just hold our cards in hand. And then we can still get an attack in for 6 if they don't do something about it here. In blue-black, I would be extremely surprised if they don't have something here, but you never know. They can double block with this thing, which is also fine if they want to do that. Yeah. So maybe we get attacked for a little bit here, but we're still, I think, in a pretty good position. Our Moloch is going to do excellent work here. As soon as we hit another green land, we can flash that in and get some extra value from them. All right, and they're just spending their turn to draw some cards once again. Wow, and they're over it. I guess they didn't draw into anything they liked. Wow, the games, or the opponents here seem to be looking for quick matches so far in March of the Machines, but I'm not complaining. What does that put us up to? 4, 5? Yeah, 5. Not bad. Pretty good start for this this new format. See y'all in the next round. Welcome back to game number 6, y'all. We are on the play this time with, I think this might be the weakest starting hand we've had. It's really land heavy, and if we hit into more lands, I mean, sure, we can eventually play a 5/5 with haste, but like, if we don't hit any more plays, we're in bad shape. At the same time, we can more or less cast everything in our hand already, and we have a 2-drop and removal, so I think I'm supposed to keep this, but it's really suspect. And we have more double green things, I believe, than double red, and the double red we have can be convoked, so I'm going to get the green down first. Next turn we can pump our mana into buffing this dude up. Yeah, hitting some lands, but that's okay. At least we did draw into one more play here. Just get him activated. Their guy's more likely to be used on battles and ramping, so not too worried about this guy doing a ton of damage. Although now he can untap that land, which gets them 2, which is pretty sweet. So we're going to probably... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and swing first and see if they try to pop this using their tracker. Yep, we'll see if they do it or not. That'll change how we do this here. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna pump this dude up first. And then Cosmic Hunger this guy. That way we'll keep the board clear, get rid of their ability to untap for 2 extra mana, and get an Incubator token left behind. I think that's the best line there. I still don't feel great in this position, but at least we can start getting out some chunky bodies here going forward. Yeah, at least now we can keep up with them. Yeah. Just keep parity here. One more land would be excellent to play the 5/5 haster. Flipping this is also a nice option next turn. I'm guessing they'll probably do that. Ah, or they have a Geoderm of their own here. Okay. They have no battles to attack, so they can't put permanent counters on anything, but they could attack with both. Oh, that triggers even when you're not swinging with it. That's good to know. Wow, that's even better than I thought. So we don't block this, but boy, does that make the Geoderms a higher pick in my eyes. Yikes. They're going to have a 6/5 next turn, which means we should probably get our 5/5 down now. This is a dangerous attack with this racing we're pretty much doing here, but I think we need to. They can transform for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, no, 11 next turn, which is a lot. But if they do spend their whole turn doing that, we can hit them back for 12, which is even more. Yeah, they kind of have to play this guy, but they can still get a great attack in here. All right, they're going to take the safe attack. Makes sense. Okay, we've got 6 to work with. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. What do I like best here? I think I like... I like Finn for sure. Can only do this as a sorcery though, so if I'm doing this, I have to do it now. I think I'm holding up the Moloch actually. Slash the Incubator token. We'll still swing with our Giant and see if they want to trade off or not. I don't mind trading with either of these. We still have 2 to block their Menace guy if they flip it. 3 with the Moloch or Incubator token. Yeah. I think this is fine. Moloch is just going to be a combat trick more or less at this point, which is okay, since they're not going to ever have a blue or black spell for us here. Okay, another just chunky body. Pretty nice on the other side, though, being able to turn one of their other dudes into a 5/5 until the end of turn. Really hoping they swing with something here. Alright, well, we'll still get the Moloch down. I can do 4 and still crack this thing. So I think we go ahead and do that. Do we attack with all, though? This has to be blocked by 2. Like maybe 1, 2. That leaves 2 more. They profitably block Moloch with this thing and that, and then they take 1. Yeah, we don't attack with all yet. Maybe once we can give something first strike here. Like our Menace dude, that'll be pretty nice next turn. Swing in with that guy only. Even if they flip their Herd Beast, we get to eat it in that first strike damage. This is a really close game, making me think red-green might be one of the stronger color pairs with how well this has been performing for us, and the fact that the red-green deck, first one we've come up against, is the one that's holding its own. I did watch a few draft videos as well already on this, and red-blue also seems to be pretty strong. The Convoke strategy, if you can get enough of the support for that. So maybe red a color to watch out for here. Or green as well. Just in general, I've been very impressed with all the cards in this color pair so far. Opponent's really thinking hard about this draw here. I mean, I guess they have a number of options to consider between what to transform and all. Or if they're going to pump up their 2/2 instead, or just hold the mana up for stuff, yeah. What would be a great draw for us right now? Our Hasty Flyer would be nice. Our, the 4 mana sorcery that puts +1 counter on everything and gives it like trample and something else until end of turn, just the board pump, that would be pretty sweet. What does the opposite side of this do? A 4/4 Vigilance with haste. Okay, okay. Opponent definitely going through all the different scenarios here. Using up all of their timeouts. We'll see if they actually click through their turn or if they just wait for it all to go down here. Not sure why the timer restarted there. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and block that with our Death Toucher here. Seems like a fair trade. Definitely don't want that to be making other things into 5/5s. So here we'll get our backup guy down and do the 7/5 Menace first strike, or 8/6 Menace first strike thing. All right, they ate it. That's scary. That makes me think they have got something super nasty in their hand. Okay, they shot their invasion. I feel like maybe shooting us was the correct play there, but I mean, they are going to be able to flip their dude here, so we're going to have to double block that. 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe they can hit us for 8 if they attack all, but I don't think so. And they can't swing all without at least 2 blockers in reserve for the crackback. So yeah, I don't think they've got us here unless they just have some kind of busted card I'm not used to yet. Okay, and 8/8's pretty good too. So I guess they'll just yeah, not do anything here. Ooh. Man, if only that hit players too. So what do we want to kill here? Oh, it doesn't matter what we kill. I guess we just kill the biggest thing. And then we swing with everything. Because they have to double block this. And then at least 2 gets through. Yep. Whew, that was a close one. I was really scared. And that 8-8, I thought that was ward, but that's just full-on hexproof. Crazy. So, almost there. See if we can't finish this one off strong. I'll see y'all in the next round. Welcome back to round number 7. We are on the play here again with an interesting hand. I mean, we've got a 2-drop and a bunch of strong stuff to work towards. It's just a little expensive, but that strategy seems to have worked out for us so far. This format's overall feeling a lot slower than All Will Be One was. So it seems like this is the time of a format where you do want to make sure you've got a number of big chunky bodies to play, because people are spending their early turns setting up battles and transform cards that they're going to pump mana into later. So yeah, feeling pretty good about the way we built this deck and how it lines up in the format. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get the invasion down now, kill their Death Toucher, and start swinging at our strong mythic here. Now we can... Interesting. I think we swing with just this guy first, even though this guy has haste, and see what they do. Alright, yeah, we'll just pump it and leave behind the thing. I could have pumped it a second time, but I think I'd actually rather... Yeah, they'll drain us for 2 here, that's fine. I think I'd rather actually activate this now, using the mana this turn, to make sure we've got another creature we can keep attacking in, and we can still next turn have 2 creatures to swing with. Yeah. Pretty happy with that. Now this attack's even better. They'll trade off, yep. This is one you really can't afford to transform, so they're trying to hold out as much as they can. Really wish we could hit one more haste creature here. We're a little far away from our 5/5 hasty guy there. Or we can swing with this. I'm sure they've got something, right? They probably have the removal for the actual dragon itself. We'll see if they instantly remove it here. They are not. I kind of want to hit another land, so I think I'm going to get the Pest down first. We don't have any other double face cards, I think. We've got both of the ones in our deck here, the Artisan and the Thundermaw. And now we can get 2 more 1-drops down, since we hit our land. Just really have to hope for no board wipes. I don't think there's any that can hit for like 3 and 4, but at least in black. Ah, that's a good one for our Thundermaw, yeah. But we did hit the mana for our hasty 5/5, so we can still swing in with that. We have a number of ways to remove this thing to get our dragon back. I'm curious, I'm not familiar enough with how the battles work, if that will come back as the battle side or just the dragon again. I think because it's like a dragon on that side, it just is the dragon now, but I'm not sure. Okay, they're going to transform a 2/2. I'm going to go ahead and tap 3 red here to activate this with the Phyrexian. Make sure we can start getting in with this guy too. And then we'll swing with both. They're not likely to double block because they don't want to give us the dragon back anyways. And this way we can potentially get some value if they cast a black spell on their turn here. Or maybe even surprise the Intercessor if they choose to swing with it. Highly unlikely with our blockers here, but... I'm still going to get the Moloch down now. We're close enough to winning here that we can... Yep, just get another creature on the board. Wow, okay. So, starting off the new format with a 7-0 run, that feels pretty good. Especially considering how bad Kamigawa had felt, and the last few drafts on All Will Be One, so really happy to start this one off with a nice 7-win streak. I mean, our Mythic definitely did a ton of work. It didn't actually do that much work itself, outside of just the 2 mana to deal 2 damage removal, which is still a great, card. Glad I didn't read it that way when I was drafting, because it did extra work that I wasn't expecting, but everybody mostly dealt with the dragon right away, except for I think one of the matches. But still, overall, they had to spend so much resources blocking, making sure we didn't get into attack this thing, and then on the actual creature itself, we always got at least like a 1-for-1 with the removal portion of it. So super strong card. I will be picking this anytime I see it from here on out. Even in the battle strategy, it was the only battle we had, and it still carried us pretty well there. So didn't see a ton of Valduk. The equipments just seemed fine. They didn't seem exceptional. Cosmic Hunger seems great. These reinforcements did a good job. The Gremlin I'm pretty impressed with. Definitely liked that guy. Artisan I like. All the haste in this format was pretty strong. Pest did great work. Moloch was a standout for us, surprisingly. For a hard to cast 3-drop. I mean, maybe we just... And, I mean, look, I even cut a forest down out of this deck, and we were still able to hit this reliably. So, was pretty impressed with that one. What else here? We never really used the slasher all that much. Didn't get to cast Storm the Seed Core, but there was a couple of games where that would have been a winning blow had we drawn it. The Geoderms, ooh, they are way better than I thought they were. I thought they were only if you were attacking the battle, but whenever any creature attacks, or sorry, I thought they had to attack rather, but whenever any creature attacks, we get the benefit from it, which is pretty sweet. This Herd Beast did a lot of work actually. Javelineer we never actually even got on board, I don't think, but had we done that, we could have started using it to ping players, which would have gotten around a board stall, which is another solid thing. These Giants, I really like the fact that you can cycle them or play them as a hasty 5/5. Just very strong there as well. Just overall, extremely impressed with the deck. Had a great time playing it. Hope y'all all enjoyed coming along on this ride with me here today, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Take care, everybody.